For nearly 60 years, Arts United has worked to bring the rich, diverse talents of our region together through support of the arts, socially, culturally, and economically. Arts United, providing a home for the arts in Northeast Indiana.
Excellence lives here in Northeastern Indiana. It's reflected in more than 200 nationally recognized degrees. It drives our Division I sports. It's alive in our campus life. Excellence has a name, IPFW. Around our campus, around the country, around the world. Excellence lives here. Indiana University, Purdue University, Fort Wayne. One university, two great names.
This is Arts Weekly. Arts Weekly is produced in cooperation with the College of Visual and Performing Arts at IPFW, offering degrees in fine arts, music, theater, and visual communication and design.
Welcome to Arts Weekly. I'm John O'Connell, Dean of the IPFW College of Visual and Performing Arts. Today I'm welcoming representatives from Fairy Tale Fest, happening Saturday, May 17th, as well as Elizabeth and David Mikotadze, who will be here in the second half of the show to tell us all about the Mikotadze Dance Theater's production of Dancescapes, taking place May 16th and 17th. But first, let's get right to Fairy Tale Fest with Alison Gerardot from Fort Wayne Dance Collective and my friend Leslie Hormann from Fort Wayne Youtheatre. Welcome, ladies, to Arts Weekly, and thank you for joining me.
Always a pleasure, John.
Thank you.
I'm thinking I should call this Arts Weekly, co-hosted by Leslie Hormann and John O'Connell.
Yes.
You're on the show every other week, it feels like.
I love that.
That's because Fort Wayne Youtheatre is non-stop production.
We're very, very involved, yes.
Very busy.
Great stuff.
Let's talk a little bit about the Youtheatre's past show, if you don't mind, because
let's
it was such a big hit.
It was huge.
Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, 5,000 people in Fort Wayne and the surrounding area came to just an extravaganza of theater, dance, music, visual arts.
I would say that's the biggest theater show in Fort Wayne.
Yes.
That's not something at the embassy in perhaps many, many, many years.
I have to agree, and it was just something for everyone. Everyone walked away, they loved it. We had, of course, gave away free DeBrand's candy.
Yeah, any idea how many?
3,785.
3,000 bars of candy from, that's fantastic.
It's great, and it just shows you how there's such a commitment to the arts through arts organizations and, of course, our corporations.
And St. Francis was your partner.
They were.
And you did it in that fantastic new performance center that they
Yes,
have.
the Performing Arts Center for St. Francis University, just a real old barn, just great,
Well,
great stuff.
I saw it on the last matinee,
Yes.
and the place was just so energized. And when you saw, how many Oompa Loompas did you have?
74.
74.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah, 40 a week. You had two
Yeah.
different casts.
Yeah, that's right.
And a lot of green hair you had to find.
Oh boy, we sure did.
Yeah, well,
And orange
congratulations.
faces. Thank
It was
you.
fantastic.
It was a
I
great
was so
time.
proud of you, and I was proud of all those students
Thank
that I know
you.
from our Oliver.
That you know from Oliver. But there's
do.
no rest for the weary, because I went right from Willy Wonka to this Fairy Tale Fest.
But now, how did the Fairy Tale Fest get started?
Arts United brought together some of their member organizations for a preschool program, and we would take our art form into the preschool, and we would use literature-based fairy tale theme. The fairy tale was the theme. Now, we had always intended to have some kind of culminating activity after all of these lessons. It never happened. So I thought, you know, fairy tale is a really good theme. Let's bring in these organizations and let's do our own fest and just do a lot of different performances and show off the ever-growing Arts United campus.
Right. And as you say, partners in this, there's about 4 or 5 people. Who's all participating in the actual event?
It's so
What
wonderful.
organizations?
Yes, well, first of all, Youtheatre is doing 2 different shows. The Museum of Art is offering their exhibit for free as part of your day pass. The Dance Collective is doing Elves and the Shoemaker in the new Black Box Theater, the new Arts Lab Theater, which is a great new space. And the ballet will be doing Ferdinand the Bull and Peter and the Wolf in the ballet studio in the new Our building.
Alison, welcome to Arts Weekly. I think this is your first opportunity to be on the show.
It is, thanks.
I'm so glad that you've joined us. And you are from the Dance Collective.
I am.
How long have you been with the Dance Collective?
Just about almost 4 years in August.
And what do you do with the Dance Collective?
I'm the outreach director. I handle all of our off-site programs and manage those, as well as all of the development, so donors and corporate sponsors and all of that.
How does the Dance Collective differ from the ballet or the youth theater or the civic theater? What is the mission of the Dance Collective that sets it apart?
Our mission really, we're set apart because we're a non-competitive space that really nurtures dancers, not in a strict ballet environment. We like to celebrate all forms of dance, and so we're really able to nurture our students in that way, and also touch students who may never have the opportunity to experience the art form of dance. We serve a lot of underprivileged youth as well as people with disabilities.
Is that your job to go out and kind of figure out how to do that outreach then, if you're the outreach coordinator?
I do. I help coordinate all of the sites that we serve in the community, and I search out for new sites and also welcome anyone that wants something to happen at their facility as well.
And how long has the Dance Collective been part of Fort Wayne art scene?
We are in our 35th year. We've been around for 35 years.
Terrific. And the artistic director is?
Liz Monnier.
Liz Monnier.
She's been around for 35 years as well.
That's right. She's a stalwart in dance community of Fort Wayne. Absolutely, yeah. So what is your participation in the Fairy Tale Fest?
We are doing Elves and the Shoemaker, so it's a show that we have done in years past, and we're kind of resurrecting the show. Gloria Minnick and Ruben Alba will be the main characters, and then the children in the audience will have a ability to participate and be some of the elves in the performance.
Right.
So.
Gloria and Ruben have a history at IPFW. They both work there in various capacities, and they're both fine dancers.
They are.
Very fine dancers. I think when IPFW was still doing the Purely Dance concert, they both participated in that the first year that I was there. So they have quite a dance background from the musical theater era as well.
They do, and they're both teachers at Youtheatre as well.
And and Gloria is also an outreach teacher for the Dance Collective. So.
Wow, that's a lot of hats Gloria wears.
It really is.
Yeah, so she's on my show because she's an actress all over town as well.
Of course.
So how does the day work? I'd like sort of a feeling to help our viewers understand. Is it multiple tickets? Is it one ticket?
It's one day pass, and you take your pass to the different venues, the different spaces, and you get it punched, checked off, and in addition to the 4 performances, you know, the Who Am I, which is a Grimm game show. It's that's at the Museum of Art. It's all about the Grimm brothers. It's kind of semi-biographical, and it's your chance, the audience, to come in and win prizes for tickets for the next season. So we've got the Grimm game show, of course, Snow White, Elves and the Shoemaker, Ferdinand the Bull, and the ballet, and each performance is scheduled at different times. So it starts at 12 noon, and you can go to the first show, which is Snow White, and then you have lots of different options throughout the day. You have one pass, and that pass also gets you a free admission to the Museum of Art exhibit.
So you can rotate through some options.
Yes.
So
Not
everybody at 12 o'clock has to parade themselves over to the next event. It's all kind of staggered, so there's
That's right.
Oh, terrific.
Yes,
all right,
yes.
great.
And like the Dance Collective, they're doing 2 different performances at 2 different times. So is the Youtheatre. The ballet's doing 3 performances. At the Museum of Art, that's 2 performances. But we've got a lot of activities in addition to that. There's going to be costume try-on centers, character meet and greets. You get your picture taken with Cinderella, Snow White. There's going to be Fame is producing arts and crafts up in the gallery, so you can go up there, get free arts and crafts. There's going to be food vendors. Main Street's going to be closed. If you are 12 and under, and if you come dressed up as a storybook character, you win a prize.
Wow.
Yeah.
Too bad it's 12 and under. I could find a costume. I've got some connections. Although when I stand up, I look 12 and under. So.
You could be our Prince Charming.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Leslie. Alison, did you get on board right away? Was the Dance Collective really excited about this
Absolutely.
opportunity?
We love collaborating with other arts organizations, especially Youtheatre. We've done a couple of different collaborations, so we love the opportunity to work with anyone. So.
And I love that it's on the arts campus.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of people in Fort Wayne who don't really, haven't really experienced the arts campus that we've created there with the Hour Center, the Performing Arts Center, the museum, and the new black box. So
And the
all
new
of it
black
will be
box.
in that one block radius, is that
Yes,
correct?
yes. In addition to the circular drive right in front of the Arts United Center, where there's going to be all sorts of activities, and like I said, a lot of food vendors. And it's just, like you said, it's really a showcase for not only the ever-growing Arts United
Right.
campus, but just these wonderful partners
Right.
and how collaborative we all are.
All right, what are the dates of this great event?
May 17th. It starts at 9, actually, with a bike tour. The actual performances start at noon, and it goes until 4.
And they can get tickets at arttix.org or 260-422-4226, 260-422-4226. Now, I'd like to move on
Yes.
very quickly to talk a little bit about your upcoming season. And then I want to talk a little bit about Parkview. So go ahead and tell us about your season
Yeah,
for
we've
next
got
year.
we've got a summer camp that's coming up. In the summer camp, we have 2 different sessions in June and July. You can get all the information on our website. It's 2 weeks of all things theater. You perform at the Arts United Center and the Black Box. You work with 3 different community directors, 2 different stages, big show at the end. Everybody gets a part.
What age groups?
Grades 3 all the way to senior high.
And how many people will you accept?
We cap it at 40 per session, but we did have to start a new session this year because it's very, very popular
So
camp.
popular, yeah. And the dates again are what for the camp?
June 16th through the 28th, I think.
Okay.
And then July 16th or July 21st through August 1st.
Just before they go back to school.
That's right.
Wonderful. Everybody can get their vacation in between those two.
Get the
Alison,
information on our website.
you're talking about the outreach that you do, and I would quickly like to talk about this wonderful collaboration you now have with Parkview Hospital.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the Healing Arts program is a collaboration between the Fort Wayne Dance Collective and Parkview Health System. We manage all of the artists. Parkview manages all of the clinical side of things in terms of tracking outcomes. We manage, like I said, we manage all of the artists. We have visual artists, musicians, movement artists and literary artists doing bedside work on specific units within the hospital or on a referral basis throughout the hospital. And then we also have community partners that we bring in, Youtheatre, the ballet, the Phil, to draw people to the Parkview campus for other reasons than just being sick. So it's an opportunity to see free arts at Parkview's campus throughout the rest of the year.
And how did this get started? Because that's a pretty large endeavor.
Yeah.
It's quite an undertaking.
It
That's
is.
not just a little outreach. That's collaborating or joining forces with one of the largest industries in Fort Wayne.
So really Parkview, Heather Shagler and I met, and she really learned about what we do for the community in terms of our outreach and the different multi-arts that we incorporate when we do our programming. And from there it really just grew. She connected me with Sue Anger, who was at the time the president of the hospital, and we were able to come together through the money that was provided through sponsorships from the art that was placed on the walls when they built the new regional medical center. That was placed in the foundation, and so there was this money that was labeled Healing Arts, and
Wow.
so it just all kind of fell into place. We looked at best practice around the country for arts and medicine, and went to University of Florida Health Systems, shadowed their arts and medicine program, which is phenomenal, and from there started our own.
Great. Well, congratulations. I look
Thank
forward to
you.
hearing more about that collaboration. I can't wait to May 17th.
May 17th.
Come down to the Arts Center and enjoy a day of Fairy Tale Fest.
Fun for everyone.
Thank you both for joining me on Arts Weekly.
Thank you.
Take a minute to view our calendar of what's coming up in our area while we get ready to speak with Elizabeth and David Mikotadze from the Mikotadze Dance Theater about their upcoming production of Dancescapes. We'll be right back.